Hey everybody, Billy Bob here, and it's Way Back Wednesday, and we're going to go back quite a ways here in just a minute. In fact, I'm not exactly sure, but I'll tell you, I think. But before I do that, I wanted to let you know I've tried to update a few things on my YouTube channel, okay? So for whatever reason, the subscribe button is not on the homepage. However, until that subscribe button gets on there, which I've been working on today and sent a note to YouTube or Google as it were, until that happens where you see the actual subscribe button, you can subscribe by right below the page name. You go to the page, right below the page name, it says youtube.com at Lenny Szabo 6076 question mark blah blah blah. You click on that link, it asks you if you want to subscribe. The answer is yes. Now, that's one way. The other way is when you're watching my video on YouTube, down in the lower right-hand corner, there is a subscribe button. Just click on that subscribe button and you'll be prompted to subscribe to the channel. So I know some of you don't watch Facebook, or go on Facebook, watch videos on Facebook, whatever it is, and you prefer YouTube, then just do that. And then, by the way, make sure you have the YouTube app on your TV, and then you can watch Billy Bob on the big screen and subscribe too. Look at that, a twofer, all the above. Let's see, when, I don't know that this tells me when it was, but it's in history, back in history. Gentleman by the name of Red Skelton. Y'all know Red? Maybe you don't, maybe you do. If you don't, look him up. Red Skelton was a comedian. I believe his family was in the circus at one time. Red might even been in the circus. I can't remember for sure. But anyway, Red went to a high school, Vincennes High School. And he had a teacher, Mr. Laswell. And they recited the Pledge of Allegiance every day. And so Mr. Laswell, after one day of them reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, said, boys and girls, I've been listening to you recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester. And it seems like it's become monotonous. Or could it be you just don't understand the meaning of each word? So I'd like to recite the pledge and give you a definition of each word. That's what Mr. Laswell said. That's how Red Skelton recited it. And I, Billy Bob, would like to go through that for you today. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity. I should say, let me rephrase that. Dedicate all of my worldly good, not goods, dedicate all of my worldly good to give without self-pity. Allegiance, my love and devotion. To the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom, and wherever she waves, there is respect because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states by imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common cause, and that's the love of country, of America. And to the republic, a sovereign state in which power is invested into the representatives chosen by the people to govern, and the government is the people, and it is from the people to the leaders, not the leaders to the people. Kind of got twisted on that one. Let me rephrase that, or recite that, as it were. A republic, a sovereign state in which power is invested into the representatives chosen by the people to govern. And the government is the people. And it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people. And for which it stands, one nation, meaning so blessed by God. indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power for one to live his own life without fear, threats, or any sort of retaliation, and justice, the principles and the qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all, that means boys and girls, it is as much your country as it is mine. And then he went on to say, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, Red went on to say, since he was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance: under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that's a prayer and it would be eliminated from our schools too? Now, that was many, many, many years ago that Red Skelton talked about this, or recited this, and Mr. Laswell, his teacher, went through the meaning of the Pledge of Allegiance. Interestingly enough, today, we battle back and forth. Should the words under God be in the pledge? Should the pledge be recited in our schools every day, or at all even? And then, if I go back here and look at where are we going? With liberty, which is freedom, the right of power for one to live his own life without fear, threats, or any sort of retaliation. Now, today, ladies and gentlemen, are we any further from that than maybe at any other time in our nation's history? I understand the 60s and 70s were pretty rough, but today, the division, the fears, the threats, the fear-mongering, the name-calling, the retaliation, it's just crazy. And it really needs to stop. Maybe we do need to read the Pledge of Allegiance every day, not only in our schools, but maybe in our homes, and maybe at any event we go to, just so people can hear it, let it resonate, and understand it. And that's Way Back Wednesday with Billy Bob. America, land of the free, because of the brave. Stay focused, America. Billy Bob, peace out.